Hello everyone, Albatross here. And here are some things that I would like to see changed for the longevity of the game and for player experience in Rainbow Six Siege. I'm just going to talk about things in no real particular order. It's just stuff that I've compiled over time that I think deserves to be brought up. Because a lot of this I don't see talked about as often as I would like it to. Alright, so I'm going to start off by talking about, let's do replays first. Now, a lot of competitive games, I'm going to use StarCraft as an example because I come from StarCraft. It's the game that I first started playing. It's the first competitive game I started playing. StarCraft has a very good replay system. It's very open. Anybody can download a replay of a competitive game, for example, and they can watch it. They can learn from it, and more importantly, they can cast it. Now, esports is a big source of advertisement for games nowadays. It's very important for especially multiplayer only games like Overwatch or Siege or Counter-Strike to have good esports coverage, because it brings more people into their game. It makes more people want to play a game that has good esports coverage that is fun to watch. So if you make replays easily accessible, allow people to take their own replays to not only learn from what they see in these replays, but to maybe cast them themselves, get more coverage of the game. That would, I think, improve the game's longevity. My next point, I think, blends rather well with my previous one in regards to replays and esports. I want to talk about Pro League and casters. Now, I think that the game would benefit a lot from having more thorough Pro League coverage, because in the past, not all Pro League games get casted. I think that's a waste of potential. Even if it's not streamed, even if you just have casters watch the game, put that on YouTube. At least people are able to watch that, because there are people that we very much want to watch these pro games, myself included. I would love to watch those, because I think that's a great way to learn how to play the game better. Learn from people that literally play the game at the highest level that it can be played. All right. Now, if you give people more ability to watch the game, more people are going to want to play the game. It's advertisement, relatively easy advertisement. Now, if it's a matter of there isn't enough casters, or there isn't enough people that want to cast, Ubisoft, hit me up. I got you. All joking aside, I think that better esports coverage would definitely benefit the game. Next I want to talk about is customization. I think that Siege would benefit greatly from allowing the player to customize his or her experience. I think that a great way to start would be to allow the player to customize the sight of the guns. So, allow a person to choose. Okay, let's say I want a hollow sight. All right. So I have the hollow sight frame. Then give me the option to then edit that reticle. Allow me to change the color, allow me to change the shape, the size, even. That way, each person, can have their own reticle that they like to use. That way, everybody's experience is improved by that, and I think that the game would benefit greatly. I personally would love to be able to do that. Furthermore, I think that in regards to customization, I think that allowing someone to edit their HUD, so maybe change the size of HUD elements, maybe let's say I want to make the compass smaller. Allow me to be able to do that, or remove certain buttons, or allow me to remove let's say for the objective, allow me to remove the text that says objective and just have the diamond. I would love that, because that text tends to get in the way. At least for me, it does. I think that kind of thing would be really quite cool, and I would love to see that put into the game. Now, my next topic is probably the thing that I've wanted to be put into the game or changed in the game the longest. I would love to be able to set an option that prevents the game from taking me off of my drone at the start of the action phase. I would love to have that be put in the game. Because I don't know about you, but for me, I've lost so many drones by the game just taking me off of it, and then someone shoots it because I'm no longer able to move. Especially for Twitch players, I think that this would be wonderful. Because a lot of time, because your shock drone is so important, and getting taken off of your drone at the start of the action phase, I think, can a lot of the time get that drone killed. Now, obviously, for new players, this is helpful, because they don't always realize that, hey, okay, the round is started. But, for people that are experienced, I think that this change would be good. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is it's less important for the competitive aspect of the game, but it is something that annoys the crap out of me, and that is bomb and character detection. Now, what I mean by that is that when I'm droning, I can look at stuff too, but especially when I'm droning, is that I can stare at a bomb for upwards of 20 to 30 seconds, and it will not get detected. Meanwhile, I can just drive a drone, on the other side of the map, and just like happen to see a pixel of the bomb through 3 drone holes and a shoe, and then I detect it. Like this needs to be improved, just for my sanity. Also, for player models, is that I can look at somebody. I can even scan somebody, and then it won't. Their class, the character they're playing won't get revealed to my team. I think that could use some work. My next topic will be the speed at which Ubisoft fixes things. Now, I'm not here to say that, oh, you'll need to fix this bug, it's been 3 days. No, it's not what I'm saying. What I want to talk about is the speed at which updates are deployed. Now, for those of you that don't know, if a developer wants to deploy an update on PS4 or Xbox One, in order to do so, they have to essentially have Sony or Microsoft approve this update before it can go live. This takes time, as one would expect. Now, for PC, this update is able to occur whenever the developer is ready to deploy said update. Now, I think that for PC, because that's what I play, and I'm going to talk about PC. For PC, I think that the game would very much benefit from Ubisoft deploying PC updates as soon as they're ready. And then console updates will be deployed as soon as the developer gets the approval from Sony or Microsoft. I think that would be good for game longevity. Last thing I want to talk about is development priority. Now, by that I mean is that, okay, so traditionally the game involves every season you get a map, you get 2 operators. New content. New content is great. I think that releasing new maps should be put at a secondary priority to fixing maps that are already in the game. I think that it's a better use of their resources. And instead of spending all that time trying to develop a new map that works and that is interesting and looks good, they could spend that time going, okay, let's look at House, right? How can we make House competitively viable again? Or at least how can we make House fun to play again? Because ever since season 3, it's been pretty damn hard to play House. Or, you can look at Favelas or Yacht, maps that definitely need a rework. Maps that, since their release, have been supremely unfun to play. Yacht more so than Favela. Favelas, for me, is okay now. I think that would be good for the game's health. Now, I also want to talk about, before I go, is that I think that a lot of dev teams, Ubisoft included, gets a lot of flack for resource allocation. That really isn't fair. By that I mean, people go, oh, well, Habana bug is still in the game, but they keep making the skins. Well, artists can't fix bugs. I don't think that's particularly fair. Oh, if you make skins, you can fix it. No. Now, I for one, would like to have the Habana bug fixed. I'm a little annoyed that it hasn't been yet, but that's not fair to them to say, oh, well, you shouldn't make skins until the Habana bug is fixed. No, that's not fair. Anyway, I don't want to rant. That's not what I want this video to be. I just want to say thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you dislike the video, let me know. Hit the dislike button. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments. Have a good one.